Hi. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm live.
Oh. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry I look but ugly. Just putting it out there.
Adorable?
I didn't wear makeup today.
You never look
I was
ugly.
the opposite. I actually did my makeup today. It's the first time I've done makeup for a Sunday stream in probably months.
I understand that sentiment. Maybe I'll do well today.
I just don't do makeup often. So
we have an entire full crew this morning.
Wait,
Plus a special surprise for you guys.
wait, what?
As soon as that surprise makes a coffee run.
Oh,
surprise
well,
is late.
Oh, yes.
I mean, the title gives it away. Oopsies.
Not mine. Not mine. Uh-huh.
A special surprise. Who could that
MVP.
Everybody's favorite
He is back.
Good morning,
Guess
everyone.
who's back?
Yay.
Max
Who's
is
back?
back.
Back. I did not put Max in my title. I forgot to tag everybody, but I left it because I was like, I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Sorry.
Is everybody surprised? I hope so.
Yes. I'm very sad because Hertz just called me hideous with laughing emojis.
Aww.
I love you, Hertz.
Oh, hideous?
What
Did you not
bitch.
shower? That's what happens when you don't shower.
I just didn't wear makeup.
No.
Yeah.
You look the same without makeup. You're Asian. Your skin is flawless. You look the same.
It's not flawless this morning. I found a couple pimples on my forehead. Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
The atrocity of having pimples. I had as an adult.
I have one right now. And
It's so
right
you're
on
like,
my
why?
cheek.
All right, we're just gonna go right in here with my little diamond dots. Going for it.
I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday.
One of our favorite places. Yes. What happened?
Yes,
What did you
I may
find?
have bought something for Xray.
What'd you buy? Stop it. Stop buying me
You'll
things.
see. You'll see. You'll see in Vegas.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
It's nothing big, giggity.
But I like it big.
I
Oh my
know,
goodness.
my
Guys, I
size
just got
queen.
remonetized. Come on, no.
No, goodbye.
In her defense, you were not demonetized for inappropriate jokes.
Yes, this is very true. This is very true.
I've said these jokes before on your stream, and you were fine.
In fact,
You-
I've been the one making the jokes a lot of the time. So.
I was gonna say, we all remember your monetization stream, Max. Okay, if you weren't
Oh,
demonetized for
your
Your
that,
birthday stream. You were in your not boxers. You were in your, what was it called again? Those
Your
shorts?
silkies.
Silkies.
Silky.
You were in
Yeah.
your silkies dancing around.
Silkies are much better than boxers.
And,
Silkies.
well,
and
I don't know. I don't have a
agree.
penis to have to think about that.
If Max and I ever do a show together, just the two of us, we're gonna call it Silkies and Sundresses. That's
Ooh.
Oh my God,
I
I
actually
already
love
love
that.
Really
it.
cute.
I freaking love
Now we
that.
have to. Now I feel like there's pressure.
It's a necessity. It dictates it. So.
This is necessity.
But yeah, speaking of which, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I was remonetized this Friday evening. So a lot of you who may be in the chat or members, y'all got a notification. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks. I said it on our Friday night show, but I just wanted to say it again Sunday morning. And for everyone in Kara and Xray and Steph and Tuggs chats, thank you guys as well, because I know that we kind of have some crossover every now and then. And so we have the best fellowship, and it's awesome, and I really appreciate y'all hanging with us. And I'm glad to be back. I probably won't be back every Sunday, but it feels good to be back this Sunday. So because I missed you guys.
It feels good to be
And,
hanging with the girls.
You're
Yeah.
already planning on leaving us?
I know. That's what I said. Who are you hanging out with that is better than us? And
Right.
I-
On a
I-
Sunday morning.
I
Probably
expected his
Jesus.
answer to be, Jesus and God or something like that.
Which would be correct.
Yes.
Which is technically true and correct. However, I've been spending a lot of my time with an evil woman who's manipulative and takes most of my time, and her name is work.
I thought-
So
I was about to say, I was like, you,
you better not talk to your
didn't
mom
tell us?
like that.
no.
Or your
work
girlfriend, if
is-
there is a girlfriend.
If there is a girlfriend and she talks to you and treats you and that's your legit opinion of her, we ride at dawn.
No. I would
You know.
tell you guys, but yeah, no. Work's just having us been working weekends, and then I've been doing events on Sundays to help out, like volunteering either for my dad's business or for other events that may be within the area. So it's been, and then I took an Italy trip. So it's like
I
every
saw
time
that.
that I had
I'm so
like a
jelly.
Sunday available, it just like it didn't work out. So, and then I took a few weeks off because of the demonetization. So there have just been so many different excuses that now it's like,
Valid
I
one,
finally
valid
have
one.
a free Sunday. So
I feel
You
like you being in Italy is a pretty valid excuse.
Why didn't
Sorry,
you take
can't talk right
us?
now.
Is all I have to say.
Right? Thanks for the invite, bro.
Actually, Italy is
Jeez.
like my next big trip I want to do.
I
So
wanna go to Italy's so bad.
yeah, what's
Your pictures were
everyone's?
stunning.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's
I don't know if you put them on your
everyone's-
public one or not, but gorgeous.
No, I didn't put them on my like YouTube, Instagram.
Okay.
I just put them on my personal one, which is private. But
Let me tell you, Chad, they're gorgeous pictures that you'll never see, but they're really pretty.
I think I put a couple on Twitter, but I didn't put
Yeah, you
anything
put a
like with my
couple on there.
family or anything.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, oh yeah, what would be y'all's top place that you would want to travel to? Like if you could just go tomorrow, infinite money.
Pan.
Oh,
Oh,
Kara said
it's
Japan.
Italy or Japan for
Oh,
me
yeah,
too.
Japan. Yeah.
Why Japan?
I mean,
What's
I've
your
always
Anime,
Always wanted to
uwu,
visit Japan.
Pikachu.
not even just the anime. It's just Japan in
Food.
general is just such a stunning country,
Mm-hmm.
and I want
cherry
to go
blossoms,
and go. Yeah.
vending machines galore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to go see the shrines. I want to go experience the Studio Ghibli Museum. I want
Yeah, that's
to.
right.
I have always been fascinated by the Japanese countryside, and I want to go experience it at least once in my life.
No, that's such a good point.
That's so funny that a lot of us just want to go to Japan. It's like,
As long
Weirdly,
as we don't act like Johnny Somali, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Oh my god.
Or
I-
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Ooh.
Funny enough, I would love to go to Japan just to see their culture because it's very clean, right? Like the cities are very clean, everyone is very polite, everyone is very respectful. There's a culture of like respecting elders and understanding like
We used to be like that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I also kind of like how they I don't know, they are very unified in like a single ideal, a single culture, a single purpose, and that's like working and providing for your family and producing a good economy, and like they are all just unified under this like really incredible purpose, which makes their culture, I think, very unique. You know.
I think that a lot of the stuff that we used to have values, at least over here, has been lost to a lot of just modernity.
Yeah.
And I think valuing what came before, because little things like I always make sure first, like the kids eat and then the grandparents eat and then the adults can eat. Like little things like that, like it means a lot to like me, just because it's like I respect what you have done for me. I mean, you shouldn't lord it over your children, but you should, take care of them as they took care of you. And I think that's something that we don't see. Like even just the idea of your grandparents, I could not imagine if I could take care of my grandparents. Like they're gonna probably live at my house, right? But a lot of the times, I think culture-wise, they go to like nursing homes and stuff early on. Hey, if it's their choice, that's their choice. But I would prefer to be taking care of them directly, up to a certain
I have a Charlie. He's
point.
in my lap.
Hi, Charlie.
TXC brings up a good point in my chat. He says the culture here in the States is always changing, which is what happens, and it's what's so great about America, but it's also detrimental to America, I think, in my opinion, is that we don't have one culture. There's not a base, right? I mean, you have a base politically, the Constitution, all that stuff, but there's no base culturally speaking. Whereas you go to China, Japan, Russia, Ukraine, like they all have, wherever, Thailand, the Middle East, they all have their culture. It's what they do. You eat with your left hand, not with your right hand, whatever, right? They all have these things that make them who they are, whereas America is just a melting pot. And it can be good. It's not a bad thing, but it's also not always a good thing too, because we have nothing to really base anything off of anymore. We've become such a melting pot of all these different cultures, and then they get changed because you marry somebody from a completely different culture kind of background or traditional kind of background, and that doesn't necessarily mean religion, but like traditions, as in like every Wednesday we go have ice cream or whatever with your family. You guys marry opposite people, and then you have to come up with your own traditions and your own type of quote unquote culture for it. It's a madhouse out here.
Yeah,
A madhouse.
I think yeah, it is. Now, I can't say for sure because I never, I didn't live through the 70s and 80s and even earlier than that. But I mean, it always felt like there was a commonality of like, hey, we're going to do this, but you have the freedom and opportunity to do this. However, now it feels like there is a push to say, no, your culture has inherently been bad, and so we have to change it and implement our new culture or our new ideals or beliefs, because everything that you've done previously has been oppressive and bad and blah blah blah. And so there, with any culture, of course, there are going to be negatives and there are going to be difficult things to talk about, but you recognize those and you learn how to grow from that, and then you try not to make that mistake again through, you know, renovations or new changes and things like that. But yeah, just it seems like people don't respect anything from the past, and they are trying to not assimilate, right? Like if someone grows up here or moves here or whatever, they feel like they can just continue with their own ways. But if America truly is a culture that wants to grow, I think some people will have to say, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice this thing for freedom and for the culture that is developed here in America. But I have seen a lot of people that do that, who are willingly like, I want to accept the American way of life.
Good eggs. Yeah.
But it's like,
Well, and that would be. Go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
I would just say that would be the same though too. Like if we were to move, like if Kara was to be like, "F it, I love Japan so much, we're moving to Japan." Like she would have to assimilate. Like they're not going to tolerate her American bullcrap. You know what I mean? Like she would have to assimilate
Absolutely
to a
not.
certain point in her.
You don't want to be a
into
Johnny
the
Somali
Japanese culture.
over in Korea, right?
It's just so interesting that here it's not expected of you or even asked anymore. I think it used to
Yeah.
be, but it's not asked anymore. And we also don't have a village anymore. Whereas, especially the Asian countries, they still have that village. It takes a village to raise a family. So your whole family is near, right? You have a newborn baby and you're overwhelmed and your mom, so the grandma, is like 5 minutes away. We don't have that here in America, and I think that that's been a really just hard, we used to have neighbors in the 90s, that would come out and help out, but we don't even have that anymore, and it's just we've lost that sense of community overall. It's really sad.
Well, why would you need community when the state will take care of your children, Tuggs? Give your children to the government and they'll take
We
care
don't
of
have
them.
states in Canada.
That's
Oh,
fair.
yes, that's right.
It's easy.
But which is exactly why you need to move to America.
Yeah. Does anyone want to help me move to America?
Staccato has proposed to you 18 times.
Once, and he said a proposal. The proposal wasn't actually stated. It was a proposal, not the type of proposal.
Oh.
Speaking of America, did you guys know that Buc-ee's is not in fact pronounced Buc-ee's, but Bussies?
It's not pronounced
Bussies? Shut the
Bussies.
front door. No, you're lying.
You're a fucking liar.
Who pronounces it Bussies?
It's named after the guy that started it. His last name was Bucky. Or his nickname was Bucky, I think it was actually.
When we see two C's and an E, that's Bus.
You know,
English sounds dirty. That sounds dirty.
English is a fickle language, okay? There's a lot of little rules.
You guys are witnessing the American education system at work. This is why
I really want to call it Bussies.
There was an Instagram video of a guy who has like a whistle lisp. So he starts saying like, yeah, it's called Bussies, and starts whistling every time he calls it.
Oh no.
It's really funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, about that.
I dare you to say that exact sentence
when you go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's already bad that I'm a Californian, but then I call it Bussies in Texas. That probably wouldn't go over too well.
And that's how Max got thrown into the Gulf of America.
I would be proud and honored
to be thrown in
Now
the
that-
Gulf of America.
Now that it's called the Gulf of America.
If I go swim in the Gulf of America, will I become an American? I think that's how it works, right?
Let it
Give us
wash
all the
over
water.
you.
Yeah.
I think it's just filled with soda at this point.
And trash and,
and
a bunch of
plastic.
kids pee.
Ew.
Ew. Listen, the Gulf of America also includes Galveston, which is 50-50 on sanitation. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
So,
Ew.
Kara, you said Japan for the culture, but also for like the art in the Miyazaki Museum. Can you imagine how much manga you would have? Like, because for them, they don't read newspapers. Well, I mean, I guess they do, but a lot of them, like on the subway, will just read manga. Um,
I freaking love that.
so what else? What other things over there do you think you could get your hands on? Like, I'm sure the amount of art would just be like incredible, but
Think of all the Pikachu I could find.
yes.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, no, she's gonna need
you
to
would come
bring,
home
like,
with a
an
real
extra
life
suitcase
Pikachu.
just for the souvenirs.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
a good
goal.
point. That's a good point.
Just buy a suitcase while you're
I-
there. It's gonna be an inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. What about South Korea for the K-dramas? I actually don't watch K-drama.
I want to go to South Korea to watch the real life drama. Forget the K dramas. I'm gonna go sit at the border and see what happens.
Oh my god. I hear it's actually pretty boring, but I mean, I have no clue.
You know, there's got to be one. Well, maybe not anymore, but got to be one guy from the north that's trying. The North, the king of the North. We'll be rooting for you, buddy.
So Tuggs and I had talked about this was a while ago, but Gideon, my cat, he was thrown up after he would eat, and he would just kind of scarf and barf. A lot of cats do this because they just get so excited about their food that they scarf it super quickly and then they throw it up on your carpet. This started happening a lot, and I told Tuggs about it, and she goes, "Oh, you need to get this thing, or you need to buy something that allows them to eat like more naturally." So I get that.
Slow feeder.
Oh, like an
Yes,
elevated bowl. Was
yeah.
it the elevated bowl? I think it was the elevated bowl. Can't remember.
It was an elevated bowl that was also like at a slope. So I think, Kara, you said a slope eater, so something like that. So I get that. He does better, and then he just starts doing it again.
No.
Oh no.
So I got him a puzzle feeder. and-
Oh.
It's like a tower where the food like drops down from the top, and each little level is like a puzzle that he has to figure out, and he has to put his little paw in there to get the food out. And
That's
he
so
hasn't
cute.
barfed. Oh my god, it's amazing. He hasn't barfed since, and
good.
it just allows him to eat it slower, but he has to actually like think
Work
about
for
it
it.
and work for it. Yeah.
Gotta use his noggin.
For
one
once,
of those
work for
Vinny.
your food.
I need to
Yes,
do
so-
that for Charlie.
That might be an extra color.
Like this.
Yeah, we had to get one of
is
those slow. We have a
motivated.
slow feeding bowl for his food, but like to help with enrichment and stuff because I have a working dog in a trailer. Do not recommend. We have one of those puzzle feeders. Like he has to like open it up, and it's cool. They're fun.
Yeah. So
I'm glad it's helping for Gideon.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate y'all's help and input, because yeah, I was like, what the heck is going on? So but yeah, it's pretty funny to watch him like work through his little brain, his little cat brain, how to get the food.
That's adorable.
Kara, you said Charlie's like one of those crazy food motivated dogs.
Oh, he is so food motivated.
Aww.
It is.
It's
so
easier for
funny.
training,
like,
right?
But he's not aggressive
this-
with it.
Oh, that's
He's not
good.
aggressive towards it at all. He just gets very excited.
Yeah, Vinny's the same
Oh.
way. He's not aggressive. You could take it from him, like that kind of thing. Like he's not, but he will. If you want him to do stuff for you, you need a snack.
Aw. That's
It'll
cute.
make training really easy for you when you
Oh
start.
yes.
Um,
Oh yeah. We
then-
But it's also
actually
gonna
had
make
his
it hard.
First day of class last week.
oh, it's in classes.
So every
my goodness.
Tuesday we go to school.
Oh,
That's cute.
that is
That is
fracking
You're in
adorable.
class now.
Oh no! Oh no!
I hope he gets A's. If not, the Asians will eat him.
You're not
The
allowed to
pressure, the
go over.
Asian pressure.
Thought I wanted you to move in, but I
That's so
revoked.
very on brand.
Thanks, Psychotic Mongoose, for the gifted membership. Gifted memby. And now are you gonna go be a whore? We know Psychotic. He usually does that.
Oh. Yep.
Steph,
Mongoose, thank you for the gifted membership. He's making his way through.
Work
A,
his
we
way.
always
Here's my
love.
cat. XM2, you can get them on Amazon for pretty cheap. Just the puzzle feeders. Or TJ Maxx will sell them every now and then.
Gosh, I wish I knew you guys were gonna get dogs that needed puzzle feeders, because, well, I mean, the one I had, my dogs were too dumb and they were too large for them to do. So it was like these. It was a circle feeder with pie crusts on top where you had to move them across. So they could figure out how to move them across to open it up, but they couldn't figure out the key to pull up the key. And I also don't think they're strong enough to unlock so that the crust pieces can move to the side. So I mean, Rocky's smart enough. Jojo was too weak to move the pie crust. So
Oh my god.
yeah.
Too weak. Oh.
And that's on little dogs versus big dogs.
Well, and that, I thought they would be great. I'm like, I'm going to make them smart, but they're just too dumb and weak.
Oh my
You know what?
god.
Another thing you could do, I did with Vinny before we got the puzzle thing, is you take like 2 kitchen towels or dish rags, like the longer
Just wrap them
towels.
up.
You put your snacks or food or whatever in them, and you roll them up like a burrito, and then you do the second one and overlay it, and you tie them in a knot, and then that gives them, like, they have to figure out how to unknot the towels to get to the food.
Oh,
That
I
one
have
was a
seen
cheap and
them.
free one. Yeah,
I've seen
it's
those.
cheap
They've
and
actually
free.
started doing like manufactured versions of those as well. That way you aren't like going through your towels.
Yeah, yeah. You can always like hit up the Dollar Tree, get some cheap Dollar Tree kitchen towels, so it doesn't matter when they rip them up.
Mhm.
Or if you have just
Thank you
like
for
rags.
the gifted membership, Mongoose.
Mongoose.
Hey, look at that.
Mongoose.
He's making his way through the ranks. I don't know who got the membership. It's still floating in there. So everybody in my chat must already have one. Oh, there it
Stephen
is.
Brown
Dr. Dasuke.
was-
Hey.
Ooh.
I also want to say shout out and thank you to Cajun Corey, who gifted a membership, and Psychotic Mongoose. Both of you guys gifted a membership. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
And welcome Chester Benson and Keone K to the Comic Crusade. And,
Oh,
we
yeah,
love
you
guys. We
changed
appreciate
your...
it.
Comic Crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I was trying to find you and I couldn't find you.
Oh no,
I'm
I'm so
tagging
sorry.
every single one of your channels. Max has like 3 of them now.
Yeah.
Right? 3? I
And-
follow them all, but I'm going to have to look up the names because I got to tag you.
Yeah, the Comic Crusader is the main one. It's the MVP channel, but now the MVP channel is going to be something totally different, which is just more personal, which is going to be like faith, masculinity, culture, art.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I just have to post something on there. So, but the Warhammer channel's up and this one's up, and those are both pretty active. I was gonna say, but yeah, the Comic Crusader name kind of came about because I was thinking about like what we talk a lot about within comics and just pop culture in general. And there, with a crusade, you can crusade against something, but also crusade for something. So like you hear people who go like, I'm on a crusade to, stop human trafficking or something, right? And that's a really good cause, to crusade against because it's something that's so awful. But you're also crusading for the survivors and crusading for those who you want to save and protect. And so I thought, well, we could do that with comics and pop culture. We're crusading against those who want to destroy it, but we're also crusading for art and entertainment and the good
love
things that
that.
we love about, all of our pop culture and stuff like that. So it just made more sense to me, and I figure that will probably be the focus of the show. So
That's awesome. Plus, then you
Yeah.
don't have to change your membership names because they're pretty on brand with that.
I was
That's
actually
true.
so I was like, you know what? I might actually change them. I am going to be offering like a cheaper membership, which is just going to be like $1 a month, 99 cents, super easy. Because I just feel like the memberships are so rad that I want more people to have access to them, especially
Yeah.
now because the economy is still rough, and I know it's not easy to give money. So I'm going to have that dollar tier just so people, if they want to hop in and join the crusade, like they can. But
Oh, dang.
yeah, but I
to
just
read
gotta
your
create
mind,
it
too.
now. So
Chris the Geek. Hey, Tuggs. Theory says hi. I saw him yesterday. Oh, yay! Thank you for saying hi
Ah,
for me.
oh, nice. Theory's cool.
he just
Love
had his
Theory.
birthday recently, I think, right?
Yeah, the
Did.
21st.
It was on,
Was that
yep,
Friday? Friday.
Yep.
Friday,
I haven't talked to
Friday.
him
Gonna
since
Friday.
when did I see him?
Orlando.
Last? MegaCon. Yeah, MegaCon.
I saw him briefly. It was very short. He was always I always hate being like, "Hi," as I'm walking by, because there's no really other time to like see him because he's always so busy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
I don't want to
And
be
he's
like,
like even after the convention had closed, he still had like a line of people.
I can
my
believe
God.
that.
Oh wow.
It was insane.
Did he wait with them all? I know the last time he
Yep.
waited with them. Yeah.
He
Wasn't sure if the
waited
con let
and
him.
he met every single one of them that wanted
Oh,
to
good
talk.
for him. That's
That's cool.
awesome.
He's always like
I love
really
it when-
good with his fans.
Yeah, I love it when the con lets them do that too. It's nothing worse than the
Mhm.
con kicking you out.
Oh, Kara, Xray, do you guys remember when I tried to meet Charlie Cox in Dallas?
Yes.
And they were like,
Oh my
"We
God.
so poorly mismanaged this that Charlie's gonna be here till like 10 o'clock at night."
I remember
Oh
you
my
were so
goodness.
excited to meet him too.
I mean, yeah, it was. I had never really met a MCU celebrity before, so I was like, yeah, this should be pretty cool. But man, as you guys know, they rush you through that line.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not the best $100 I've ever spent in the world, but I still appreciate his time because, like you guys alluded to, he stayed there till 10 o'clock at night, like
Mhm.
meeting people, which is pretty rad. So
That's awesome.
That is cool. The best money I ever spent was meeting Jeremy Renner. It was so worth it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, mine's Ben Affleck. I love my picture with Ben Affleck. He was so
that's
sweet.
cool.
I
And,
don't
like,
know.
even though
Favorite is
like
touching
Jeremy Renner
Charlie
had a
Cox's.
But I
no,
got
even,
silent.
even though
Kara,
Jeremy
yeah.
Renner had like a really long line, he took like extra time with each person, so I got to spend like extra
Aw.
time with him, just chit chatting before he took a
Aw.
photo.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my, because I expected to just walk up there and be like, hello, and then smile and leave, you know, because usually like
Yeah.
that's how it kind of works. But no, he took some extra time and like talked, and you know, it was
That's
pretty
sweet.
I
cool.
love that. I love it when the
Yeah.
celebrities are like, I don't care about your rules. We're gonna chat.
Mhm.
That's how John Bernthal was with me and my
Yes,
husband.
Johnny Brenthal. And Michael Rooker is that way. Michael Rooker doesn't give a fudge about
No.
rules. He will sit and chat with you for hours. I
Did
love
you
Michael
guys?
Rooker.
Did you guys watch the most recent Daredevil episode?
Yes.
Episode 4.
I did, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did y'all think of John Bernthal and Charlie Cox's performance?
I love their performance. I know a lot of people are like, he cried like a little bitch. I was like, you know what? If my
He's
best friend
grieving.
died in front of me, I think I would have been crying too. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah.
Daredevil cried or
Daredevil.
Daredevil cried, yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
I didn't mind
He's
their
not a
scene
stoic.
together. I didn't mind their scene together. I think that they both act very well opposite each other. I just think
Yes.
that like the writing was a little poor.
Yes.
I think it seemed like they tried to be. It really does feel like they're trying to be Netflix Daredevil, but they're sort of like coming up short.
Just hire the same
like they're
writers.
holding
I
back.
don't know. You know, maybe if you want to be Netflix Daredevil.
I know it feels like
yeah.
they're but like with what but they act their asses off. You know what I mean?
They're doing
Like,
a
they
good
act
job.
Their
Yeah.
asses off in that scene. They really elevate the writing.
They really do.
with their acting. That part was like my favorite part of the entire episode.
Yes.
Probably for
That-
most people, yeah, if not all.
That episode is irredeemable without that like 1 minute scene.
Yes,
Yes.
Like
100%.
that episode
Because I was
is
so bored. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
not only bored but just like insulted. Like
And the only reason it's good, it's not because of the writing, is because of the actors and what the writing did before in the other seasons.
correct. It is I think Steph, you had maybe said this, and Xray, as you just alluded to, it's a walking skin suit that the only reason why it's got goodwill is because people are remembering the first 3 seasons.
Yes.
And that's why this has gotten fairly good praise, but just not a lot of viewers. But yeah, no, I thought John Bernthal did an incredible job. I think the best line that they had during that whole scene was when Frank says, I hear my little boy, and he says, get him, daddy, get them all, and that's why I do this. And then he looks to Matt and he says, and I see that same thing in you, but you won't acknowledge it, right? Because Frank's trying to tell him, Foggy's life is on your hands. You let that happen. You hear Foggy, you see him in your dreams, and yet you won't do what needs to be done, right? And that's why Matt, that's why Matt is so torn, and why he has such a difficulty here. So in that regard, I thought that piece of dialogue was really good. But then when you look at the whole scene as a whole, you go, okay, how did Matt know where Frank was in the first place? How did Matt get into Frank's hideout without any security
Frank
or
knowing.
alarms? Yeah, exactly, without Frank knowing, right?
Well, maybe he did know, and he let
I
him in.
think Frank knew, which is why he came after him. Like he was ready to attack, you know. But yeah, that did confuse me because I was just like, how did he know that Frank was there? Like,
Yeah,
he was
right.
just walking around. Did he smell? Like, did he smell? Could he
Oh,
smell
maybe.
Frank? I was just like,
His
How did
superpowers.
he get there? How did he make his way there? I didn't
Yeah.
understand the progression of like you know
Yeah.
him investigating the death of his client to him being in Frank's hideout. I didn't understand how we got there.
Well, yeah, because then the question then, Steph, is like, what was the purpose for Matt being there? Did Matt want justification for Matt becoming Daredevil again from Frank?
No,
or
the
like,
purpose, like the initial purpose of him being there was because he found the bullet. And here's another thing: he found the bullet casing that had the Punisher logo on it, and so
Right.
like that's what he shows him, right? Like that's. But then I was like, how did he know that he was there? Like I had so many questions. But he found the casing with the Punisher logo on it, and what do you call it? Punisher's reaction to that, you know, when he's just like, oh, fanboys. And Matt's like, well, it's mostly police. I rolled my eyes at that. I was like, oh my god.
But you know, to
And
be
also,
fair,
I was just kind of like, how did Matt like? I understand that he can kind of see like it's
It's a
in the
different
way
type
that
of
it's been-
sense.
yeah, in the way that it's been described, like in Netflix Daredevil. But at the same time, like, how was he able to see this tiny Punisher logo on the bullet casing? Because
That was odd
he's
to me
still-
too. I didn't get that.
Yeah, because the way he's described how he's able to see, like in the past, it's not like he can see this tiny thing. So I don't know. It just confused me.
Yeah, unless it's elevated, it makes no sense. Okay, I am done. The cat.
I finally just finished that damn Pikachu.
Oh, at the same
nano
time.
oh my
I love
goodness,
it.
so cool. Nice. Wait, Kara, is that the same Pikachu that we were working on like a month ago?
Yes.
Don't remind her.
No
Yes.
way.
Don't remind her.
This has been the fucking bane of my existence. But
Yes.
also keep in
That
mind that
is
Xray and
wild.
I were gone at Gary's for like 3 weeks.
So she was
So-
gone from the house like 4 or 5 weeks ish in between.
Yes.
But yeah.
That is crazy.
But yes, thank you. I'm finally fucking done with this. Oh.
You know what? It's because those pieces are so small. Like, I didn't believe how small they were until I saw it. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm never doing these mini Lego.
What are
like,
those pieces that you're putting?
These are all extra ones. I think I forgot to
Okay.
put a row in for this block, but I really don't give a shit.
Oh my gosh, I'm
But-
seeing how tiny they are.
Yeah, they're so small.
I would get a migraine putting that together.
My hands are not small enough for that.
It is. This has been the bane of my existence, and I'm finally done with it, and I cannot wait.
Well, congratulations.
Yay!
Now I get to crochet. I'm so happy.
Oh, nice.
I'm making the kit that Melissa sent me.
Ooh.
Melissa sent me a Harry Potter crochet kit, and so that's what I'm going to be starting on now.
Nice.
Awesome sauce.
Did you ever get your
A
Lord of
little-
the Rings ones in?
That won't be in until May.
Oh, because it's a pre-order?
Yeah, it's a pre-order for that particular, because I got the, like, big collector's box one, and it comes with, like, the One Ring, like, tension ring, and it comes with, like, special edition, like, Lord of the Rings crochet hooks, and,
That's awesome.
I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited for it. So.
Chat, Steph is not live anywhere right now. She's just working on a project, but she wants to hang
I'm
out.
not live because I need to finish editing my my Snow White review. I so this review is like, okay, that Pikachu is the bane of your existence. This review is the bane of my existence.
Oh no.
I went and saw the movie on Thursday. My mom took me to watch it because I wasn't going to pay for it. So me and my mom watched the movie, and I meant to do an out of theater review, but I was so like upset and bored by that movie that I didn't do it. And then like I started filming the review on on Friday night, and I was so bored that I just stopped filming and went to bed. And told myself that I would film it on Saturday. So I filmed it on Saturday, and I started editing it last night after Project Eggroll stream, and I was so bored that I stopped editing and just went to bed. So now I'm trying to finish editing this stupid video together.
I
Hopefully
think you
it's
should just
not
leave it
boring.
unedited and be like, I was bored and didn't feel like editing this, and that's how bad this movie is. Okay, bye.
I know. Yeah, someone said just upload it raw, and I was just like, "No, I'm not gonna
We'll do
upload
it
it
live.
raw."
Raw
Like-
dog it, eh?
Yeah, they
Raw
wanted me
dog
to
it.
raw dog it. It's like there's only one thing I raw dog. It's not gonna be this video.
Hey,
gosh.
okay, girl.
Good to know. All right. Well,
She means
I'm
her
not into that.
hot
I'm
dogs.
just kidding. But
I was
Lizzie-
listening to
Yeah.
the soundtrack yesterday on Spotify. Like, I kind of skimmed through it. I refuse to believe that the soundtrack to the Snow White movie are the same guys that did Greatest Showman. I refuse to
oh my
believe that.
god, yes, I was thinking the exact thing.
Refuse to
Really?
believe that. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah.
Although I did like Gal Gadot's villain song. That was kind of catchy. But I refuse to believe that they're the same writers. I refuse. I don't believe you.
Just watch Better Man. That's what I need to do still.
What is better,
Oh, I
man?
need to watch Better Man. Yeah, I have to watch that one. But yeah,
Gary
it's the
said it
same
was
guys
really
that did The
good.
Greatest Showman and La La Land, and I'm just like, seriously?
I don't.
I
believe you.
couldn't get into
I,
La
I
La
really
Land.
think
I got
that like
bored.
they hired them
Me
to
too,
do
Kara.
this, and they gave them like a time limit, because like they literally wrote oh my gosh, what is that song called? I'm trying to hold my breath. That one from The Greatest Showman. Never enough.
Oh,
They
Never enough. Yeah.
they wrote that
never
on
enough.
like,
Oh,
yeah, I love
On the
that
fly.
song, right? It's
I
beautiful.
love.
It's gorgeous,
I
it
still
builds.
get goosebumps.
Didn't they write that on the
Yes,
fly? Like, it was a
They
last
wrote
minute.
that on the flight. Yeah, they wrote that on the flight
Yeah.
to the meeting. Like
Yeah,
that's
it
how
was
much
a- it was a-
talent these guys have. They wrote that on a flight going to a meeting to pitch all of these songs.
Wow.
And yeah, and that song is incredible. Those are the same people that wrote Snow White. Like, there's no way.
You know what? There was interference. There had to have been interference.
Or
You-
they were like, this isn't going to go well anyway, so F it.
yeah. Do you
Hey,
think it's
and-
interference or? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Like the only
I
song
stress-
I get, like I don't know if they wrote all of them because I haven't really looked into that, um, but Rachel's song that she sings at the beginning, I can see how that song can become an earworm, right? Like you can have that in your in your brain for a while.
Oh, the
because-
Waiting on a Wish or whatever it is.
Yeah, because that one has like a memorable sort of like melody, da-na-na-na-na, you know, like that one has a sort of memorable melody. All of the other songs are just completely forgettable.
Oh, they are.
They took the whistling out of Hi Ho, the famous whistling out of
Oh,
Hi Ho.
yeah,
It
and
sounds okay, but
It's
because
not.
she needed to teach them how to whistle.
Yeah.
God forbid.
That
Yeah.
She taught
Also,
them how to,
somebody
they don't know how
pointed
to
out-
whistle.
Somebody
They've been
pointed out I
alive.
saw online, I think it was Evie Magazine. If and I didn't notice this until it was pointed out, now I can't unnotice it, is everybody nowadays, especially these princess singers, they yell. Like the
Yeah, they're
princesses, the
belters.
animated princesses, they have these sweet like songbird voices. And every single one of the remakes, except for Lily James, is yelling.
Yeah,
Like their
they belt
songs.
their
I wanna be where the
their
people
anthem.
are! And you're like, this is not a
Yeah.
metal concert. Calm down.
I want to be.
That's
where
what
the
I've been
people
noticing
are.
as well. Like they like
Yeah.
Snow White is the only soprano, and I guarantee you that's why Steven Spielberg literally got her this role. He recommended her to Mark Webb, and he knew that she was hired before she knew that she was hired. So he got her this role because she was Maria, and Maria is a soprano, and like if you listen to Rachel Zegler sing, you know she's hitting all of those high notes in West Side Story. It's a very hard role to play, and so that's why he got her hired for this one, because Snow White is a soprano, and all of her songs are extremely are high noted, right? She's not a belter. Snow White doesn't belt her songs. She's very gentle with her singing, and they do not take advantage of that at all in this movie. She belts all of her numbers, so it's stupid. I don't like that.
Oh, who's Jonathan? Spoil it for me, Annika. Who's Jonathan? I saw the clip of the guy, Jonathan Prince. Jonathan Princess. Oh, Jonathan Princess? No, Jonathan Princess. He's stupid.
He takes the place of the prince in the movie. He's a bandit. He's the leader of the bandits.
Oh,
Leader of
he's
the
a
rebellion.
bandit. Oh,
Yep.
so then they go from enemies to lovers. Wow.
In the
How
most
very original.
like unorganic
In the most
way
awkward way.
possible.
And
it is a
that's such
complete
an original
180.
storyline. Wow.
Hmm.
So sick of enemies to lovers. That's so dumb.
They try to do a Tangled thing, but it doesn't work.
Do you guys think that the belting comes from Wicked, like the original theater play? Because wasn't what's her name, Idina Menzel, right?
He's a belter.
She kind of belts, right? Do you think that kind of started with her, or what was the?
Yes, and not because of Wicked, because of Frozen. They saw how good her Frozen girl boss song was with her. And
Interesting.
Idina Menzel is incredible. Don't get me wrong, and it works for Elsa because Elsa is like that type of character. It does not work for a Disney princess. The classic ones, anyway. That's when it started, and so that took off so popular that it's now the mainstream. And if you notice, it's been because of that, it's been nothing but girl boss princesses since then. And so the default is to yell, "I'm gonna be awesome!" Woo! And you're like, "Shh."
Yeah, because even what's her name, Jasmine's girl boss song is a belting song.
Yep.
Yeah, and that came out after Frozen.
Yep. Every single one of them
Interesting.
since Frozen, and Tangled was before Frozen. And I don't think Mandy Moore doesn't really belt. Mandy Moore's never been a belter, but yeah.
Do
Yep,
you think
it is Idina Menzel's fault.
Inadvertently, of course. She didn't make the song.
Yeah, inadvertently. Yeah, inadvertently.
Do you think
But,
that a lot of these women, or just like singers in general, are able to do both act and sing? Because I think Rachel Zegler, people are praising the fact that she is able to sing, but I think what people forget is that with theater especially, but now in movies, that as it crosses over, you're acting the part. You're not just singing just to sound good. You're singing because you're expressing the character's emotions, and so you still have to convey that through your acting. Do you feel that is happening with a lot of these films, or?
So,
'Cause I don't-
With Snow
Yeah.
White, no. Like a lot of
Okay.
people are praising her singing. No one is praising her acting.
I think
Yeah.
she's acting like she's in theater, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's a theater kid. I
Well,
see.
and that also might be
Well,
the
she 100%
director's
is a
problem
theater kid.
too, because the director should be like, you need to tone it back just a little. You're not on stage.
Yeah.
It's hard. A lot of theater, like hardcore theater people, it's very hard for them to translate on screen. Just
Yeah.
because to be theater, especially musical theater, like it's not easy. You have to be able to project without sounding echoey. You have to be able to have a presence. Like theater is, in my opinion, theater actors will always surpass movie and TV actors, just because you can't just walk on set and go, oh no, I did it wrong, let me do it again. Like if you mess up, you have to be on the quick fly to figure out how to make it right without anybody noticing. I mean, it's just like theater people are I love theater people. They're amazing. And that does not always translate to screen. Where it has worked is like your older actors, like Helen Mirren, Patrick Stewart, big theater actor, musical theater, or not musical theater, but big theater. So Shakespeare, all those guys like that tend in the older actors that is working. And like Idina Menzel, she does okay when she's in the very few things I've seen her that she's like guest starred on acting wise, but she's definitely a theater girl for sure.
Theater kids are a little cringe though. No,
They can be.
they can be.
But we love them for it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it wouldn't be theater kids without it. I mean, hell, I
Nope.
did theater in high school, so I wasn't a
me
theater
too.
kid, but I did do theater. So
So you
Yeah.
have an
Theater is,
understanding of it.
Theater
Yeah.
is a good class to take. I always recommend people take at least one theater class, especially in high school, but even as an adult. Like if you have problems speaking in front of people and like you're nervous, like theater will beat the crap out of that for you, and then you get out of there more confident,
yeah, it's true.
Theater's great.
Helps you with a lot of good stuff. Helps you with memorization, character development, story beats, and presentation. Like you said, being able to project and using your diaphragm to, actually breathe throughout your scene and be able to convey to the audience what it is you're thinking or feeling or believing or singing or whatever it may be, and that's pretty tough. So, but yeah. I'm actually there's a theater here where I am currently, somewhere in the United States, who knows. But yes, there's a theater that's actually going to be putting on beginner and intermediate acting classes this summer, and I think I'm going to take some.
Ooh,
Just
okay.
yeah, just because I think it may help with my presence here on YouTube, but also just because I just like acting. I think it's cool. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll do that. I got nothing better to do, so why not?
Yeah.
That
And
sounds fun.
you make some pretty good friends too.
That as well.
Well, I don't know about that, but they all probably they'd probably all hate me if they knew
Oh, that's
if they
fair.
knew what I think and
That's fair.
believe. So, but you know what? You still love them and treat them well anyway.
Yeah.
It's just a good thing I don't have a Cybertruck. That's for sure.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
My favorite, there's a couple of people here in Austin that have Teslas, and they have bumper stickers on their Teslas that say member of the anti-Elon Tesla Club.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god.
And I'm like, wow. The other one I saw, and I've only seen him once, but his Cybertruck, he's got a sticker on the back that says, I bought this before Elon became a nazi. And I'm like, really, dude?
Amazing.
A nazi. I mean, it's the right word, but I don't want to say it on YouTube.
Yeah, no. Fair.
I'm like, jeez. My other favorite part of this whole Elon thing is, did you guys see the senator? I think his name is Mark Henry or something, I think his name was. He traded in his Tesla Cybertruck for a BMW. Because Elon is, the Nazi and like all this stuff. And somebody was like, does he not know the history of BMW?
I don't think so,
The
unfortunately.
literal Germans? The literal Germans? No? Okay. It was pretty funny. And it's like a diesel too. It was hilarious. Like, wow, he went full anti-climate change with that one. Oh, bloody hell.
Well, that's why I always think that all this stuff is so funny, and it's just, it's all projection. But when you go, when someone says, oh, I don't want to support that thing, so I'm going to boycott it. And then you go, oh, okay, that's totally fine, completely understand. But just so you know, if you do boycott that thing, you're gonna have to boycott this thing as well. And then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, wait, what? No, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. And it's like, well, if you are truly in favor of boycotting, whatever it may be, like child labor or whatever, almost every one of your favorite brands kind of does it. So what are we gonna do here, right? Like, I understand taking a stand against something like Kara, who was the gaming company that hired
the
you
mid-run
and
games.
fired you? Yes, something like
Yeah.
that is very specific that you can take a stance against and go, yeah, I'm not buying any more of their games, right? But when you're talking about, like, I don't know,
Amazon.
Apple,
Yeah.
Target. Well,
Maybe
Target,
not Target. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, Target. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going there anymore. But that's because
They've
of
at
other.
least attempted to redeem themselves.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
an attempt has been made. Budweiser too. They're trying to redeem themselves with the which I did love their horse commercial. The Clydesdales are back. The coincidence, Clydesdales are back after 10 years, and it just happens to be the Super Bowl after Trump gets elected. Coincidence? I think not. But yeah, but that was the thing too. It was like, oh well, we're gonna boycott Bud Light, which is great. But then you're also gonna go drink whatever the other beer was, and like they're still owned by Anheuser-Busch. So it's like you can't. And then like if you really want to get deep dive into it, we're gonna boycott Disney, but you're still watching ESPN, which is still owned by Disney. You can't boycott. It's just there's no complete way to do it with these, especially these bigger companies. Like a small corporation, sure maybe, but there's just no way to do it. You can. Your biggest bet is to just not pay for Disney Plus, but then you're paying for ESPN Plus, which is still going to Disney. So it's a hot mess when you have monopolies everywhere.
It was pretty funny though, because the boys and I we've been reviewing every episode of the new Daredevil series, and I've been going out onto the high seas to
Me too.
claim my episodes, and
Yep.
Josh, funny enough, is like, no, just use my Disney Plus account, and I was like, I will not even think of doing such a thing, sir.
Nope.
So even though it's more of a hassle and it's more of a whatever, I would gladly do it my way than go on to Disney
Yep.
Plus.
I'll send you the website I use. It's super easy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's super easy. You get everything within the last like 6 months. It's automatically
cool.
Ooh.
free, and then if you want older, then you have to. It's like $14.99 a month, which is extremely way cheaper than any of these streaming services right now.
Wow.
It's
Very
the best.
nice.
Still of it. So I'll send you the name of it. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, and what sucks is like Daredevil, I want to have the ratings, right? Because everybody was super excited. Like, this is something that, yeah, we want out of everything. You want them to have the watch ratings for the Nielsen ratings or whatever. You want them to see, like, yes, this is good and this deserves the ratings. But at the same time, you don't want to pay for Disney Plus. It's such a catch-22 right now.
I don't know. I think it's perfectly fine for the ratings to go down for this Daredevil series, because it honestly will tell, not in like a vindictive way, but just to show Disney, like, hey, listen, we're not buying your slop. Like,
That's
I
fair.
know that
That's
you're
fair.
trying to like do this new Daredevil thing, but realistically, it's still like, if you look at the writing and you look at how they're treating the characters, they still really haven't done anything that has proven, at least to me, that they really want to make a change.
Yeah.
So I'm totally fine with, sailing ye old seven seas.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a while. Been doing it for, gosh, probably 2 years now, and it's the best.
Well, I mean, that's what everyone says, right? Vote with your wallet.
Yep.
So-
And instead, this cute little indie, albeit probably illegal, website is getting my money instead. Kudos to this guy. Oh, you stupid
Hey,
little
good morning,
dot.
everyone. MG
morning.
celebrates 12 months of a membership.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
snap.
Says, forgot to send this the other night. Good to be back. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you celebrating 12 months of membership. That is awesome. And yeah, sorry, I I apologize if my mic is a little too hot. He said that he can hear me breathing, so
You mouth breather.
I know, right?
Everything is owned by about 3 companies. Yeah, when you really break it down, that's a rabbit hole. You want to fall down a rabbit hole, like a conspiracy rabbit hole? Go look at how many companies own literally everything.
Well,
3. It's insane.
that is the point. Like they want to monopolize the market. So
Yeah, it's crazy. And also, I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but I don't know. Nobody seems to be fighting against it.
no,
so-
not necessarily. You can procure companies legally.
No, I mean, the company is illegal, but I think when there's laws, at least here, there's laws in place to prevent monopolizing. Or I thought
Well,
there
I
were.
believe that there
but-
are actually lawsuits going on about the monopolization of like the entertainment industry right now.
Really? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of lawsuits, did you guys see that Chris Stapleton is suing Beyonce? Or the
For what?
Academy, I think. Because she won Best Country Artist?
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Yeah, get it, Chris Stapleton. I hope he
Good
has
for
friends
him.
that back him. Yeah, heck yeah.
She won
is this man
best.
doing?
What?
Beyonce won Best
did, yeah.
Country Artist at the Grammys, and Chris Stapleton is not having it. And I'm here for
Good.
it.
Can he though? That is an interesting lawsuit. I don't know if that is possible, but hey.
I can't remember. I'll have to see if
America.
I can find it. What he cites. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it. I just found out about it the other day. I was like, wait, what?
If you guys could live off of like just a few companies or a few, because we're talking about monopolies and companies that we want to support or whatever, but if there were just a few companies you guys could live off of, which ones would they be?
Dr. Pepper.
HEB.
Dr. Pepper. That's pretty good. Yeah, Heba. HEB, nice.
The
Mm-hmm.
Hebe.
The Hebe.
I do love farmers markets. They can be pretty pricey though, which is understandable.
Mm.
Oh, last week I went to a friggin' yarn show and everything was just so expensive, but it was all so nice and I bought the prettiest yarn and it's so soft.
Worth it.
Oh,
It was like
Hobie-
friggin' $28 a skein, which is about
Ooh.
200 yards per skein, and I bought 3 of them.
Well, at least you get 200 yards out of it.
Yeah.
Goodness. Hobie says the FTC is supposed to have to approve mergers to prevent monopolies, and they do not do a good job. Clearly, clearly they don't do a good job. That's crazy. No, I'm not seeing it. I guess it's not suing. It's an objection. It's called an objection. Whatever that means. I don't know.
Oh, for the
okay.
Stapleton thing.
See, the statement says something like, even she admits it's not a country album, which is true.
Was it best album?
She won Best Album of the Year and Best Country Album of the Year. She won them both.
Damn.
Yeah. Must be nice to have a husband that's connected to Diddy's so that you win all the awards, huh?
I was gonna say she didn't win them; she bought them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
My husband won't snitch on you if you give me these awards. Gross. I never liked her.
I just don't understand what the hype is.
I liked
I didn't either,
her
and then,
originally, like at the beginning of it all.
I never understood the hype when she was in Destiny's Child either. I feel like a lot of people forgot the way she treated the other girls in Destiny's Child.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've always felt like Beyonce is a little overhyped.
Yeah, I don't get it. She doesn't write her own songs. Her voice can be pretty, but she chooses to make it not so pretty. She's got an arrogant air about her. I just never liked her. Never
just,
understood.
It's just not my type of music. I like more of rock music, so it's
Yeah.
never been one that I've really been drawn to.
Yeah.
I
have
realized
discovered,
I really hate trying to crochet with a 3.5 millimeter hook.
Uh-oh.
This is so tiny.
Shopping trip in Kara's future.
Oh no, I have bigger hooks. I just need to go. This is the hook that came with this kit, and I hate it. So it's just super tiny, and I'm used to having a better grip with
She likes them
hooks.
bigger.
I like them thicker. I like a thicker thing to hold on to.
Uh-huh.
Easier for the grip.
Thicker is always better.
Not always.
Size queen.
Not always.
Kara's tiny hands need to have a thicker.
She needs something thick to hold on to, okay?
She's used to holding something thick.
Tiny.
Hey.
It's so tiny. It hurts my hands. Like I have to like try and like.
You're not helping
It's
yourself,
so
girl.
little.
It's not helping.
It's not, and that's okay.
Maybe it's average sized, okay?
No, this is small. Man,
You heard it here,
I'm
y'all.
sorry, but this is small. I'm gonna go get a bigger hook. At least a hook with a bigger handle.
Yeah.
Get it, girl. Get it nice and big.
Have you guys discovered any new music artists lately? Because he's not new, but I recently have discovered Brandon Lake. He's over on the Christian music side, and I'm obsessed with him.
Oh, interesting.
But I don't know. He's so good. If you like, if you want to listen to, and this is for just a general, anybody wants to listen to more like worship music without sounding like worship music, Brandon Lake is your guy. He's like a alternative, semi-poppy. I don't know how to describe it, but he's got great music, and I love him. So that's my new
nice.
music discovery. So if anybody's looking for that.
I don't really listen to like famous musical artists anymore. I actually listen to a lot of smaller literally smaller creators on Instagram.
I love that. That's how I
Original
found most of my
music.
people.
On Instagram, yeah.
Okay, hipster.
No,
Oh my
stop.
god. Okay.
Dude, I have
don't
found so
listen
many
to
amazing
mainstream.
country artists on TikTok. Like TikTok blows up these tiny little these artists that can't get anywhere because of course it's a saturated market. But on TikTok their sounds like they make they drop their chorus and the chorus is really good and then it becomes a trending sound. Like I found so many new country artists, Nate Smith and all kinds of new country artists because of TikTok because their sounds blow up. I love it. I love
My favorite one is Jamie Miller. He actually did like a small tour, and he came through Texas, but I wasn't in town, so I couldn't see him.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's like my favorite one was Jamie Miller. He's so incredibly young, but he's so talented. Like his vocal range is incredible. So I more appreciate the songs that he writes as opposed to like the fact that he's just this young kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
look them up for sure.
All right,
Yeah,
I
it's-
have a bigger hook.
Well, and he dropped his first album, and I think it's so cool because like I think his first album had like maybe 6 or 7 songs on it. It wasn't a lot, but because he's so small, but
I love that.
yeah, it was really
Wow.
cool.
I do think it's tough to find new music these days because whatever the algorithm deems is like the new hit pop song or like hit rock or whatever, like Taylor Swift or, it kind of eats up the other creators. And if you try to be unique or different, you don't really get all that much attention because the algorithm doesn't really push much of it. So, I haven't really seen a resurgence of like, any new artists. Coheed and Cambria did just release a new album. I think it was
yes, they
last
did.
week. So I've been, I need to listen to that. The only other one that they're not new, but I've been digging their stuff is a band called Sleep Token.
Oh,
Which
I've heard
is-
them.
Yeah. Kara, I think you'd probably like really dig their stuff if you got a chance to listen to. They have a new album coming out in about a month, but it's so unique. I've never heard anything like it. Like it is just really, really cool. So I listen to it in the gym a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the music industry has gotten so polluted. They just want to promote the same people over and over and over again. So I like Steph said, Instagram and TikTok have been my way of finding new artists, even if they're not necessarily new, but like new to me artists for the last, I don't know, probably year now. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are amazing. And they never go anywhere really other than
Yeah.
viral on, social media because the music industry. I'm sorry, you're not Taylor Swift. Get wrecked.
Get ready.
Yeah, Jeremy and I yesterday while we were out doing errands. By the way, we had so Xray, you know how we took you to Waffle House?
Yeah.
So our Waffle House is closed right now for like
No.
renovations or something, and
Oh, no,
so
the world is ending.
we had to go to Cracker Barrel.
I love Cracker Barrel.
And yeah, I don't anymore because I found glass in my bacon.
What the heck?
What?
I found a shard of glass in my bacon
Oh my god.
and I bit into it.
Did you hurt yourself?
Oh my god.
It hurt my tooth, but yeah, I'm very hesitant about Cracker Barrel now because I found
Oh,
glass
I have
in my bacon.
never. Oh my gosh, that's
I'm so
crazy.
sorry. I'm glad you're
That's
okay,
what
though.
I was like, this is like the quickest like moment of karma for cheating on Waffle House for it not being available and us going to a different breakfast place and finding glass in my food.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I was so I was just like, you know, like
That's
it's
freaky.
probably like a tiny shard from like one of their little maple syrup bottles, and I
What did they
wasn't,
do
like,
when you told
upset
them?
with them. Oh, they immediately went and had a talk with the cooks and did a sweep of the cooking stations and the prep stations, and I mean they comped the meal, but I was just I like it was so like it was like you could barely even see the shard of glass. Like I will say, like it was extremely tiny. Like you could only see it whenever I had it like on the tip of my finger, and you had like you had to get the reflection from it.
Oh my god. You could have eaten it and died.
I know,
It's fair.
but like I bit into it, and it like
Yes,
got
it's
stuck in my tooth. And so it was just I was like did I just break a tooth? Because I was like trying to figure out what was going on, because I was just like, did I just break a tooth? Like it was a bad day.
Oh my gosh.
I'd say. Yeah,
My dumb ass would
Yeah.
be like, did I bite into a bone?
they gone down effed
Not
up on
like-
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Like-
crazy.
that's what happens when I try something different.
I mean, not really, but I wouldn't blame karma on that. That's just their complete F up. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was not fun. But I can't even remember what I was gonna say. Something about Waffle House, and then oh my god, what was I gonna say? What was I going to?
She was just like, the glass threw me off again.
She's like, I had a point, I promise.
I did. Now I can't remember what it was.
This horse got
Chat,
one
tell me,
from-
what was I doing?
I don't know.
I don't know
Congress
what I was
knows.
talking
We literally do not know what you were doing.
So the other morning while she's figuring it out, the other day on morning roasts, Duke came home from work and Vinny like cold clocked him in the balls on stream.
No.
That was funny.
Everybody saw it on stream. I'm like trying not to laugh, and Xray Girl's like, "What's so funny?" And so I finally had to tell the chat, and the chat was like, "Oh man, we saw that happen." So I go in my Discord, and I'm like, "Hey, does anybody remember what the timestamp of that was? Because I want to clip it. I think it's funny." And Mongoose immediately, not 10 minutes later, was like, "I got you. Here you go," and he had it
Of
clipped and everything.
course. He's on top of it. Love Mongoose.
Shout out to Mongoose.
Oh, I found it. I think I was gonna show you guys that I got a bit of grip. I have So this is like I have one of my interchangeable crochet hooks. This is the only one that I have like a 3.5 in, but it's one that I can actually like keep hold of like the rows in it and everything, and it's like one of the little electric ones.
You're gonna show us your grip strength and your grip form.
Look how uncomfortable.
Why did I
Like,
laugh
you
and
have-
smile at that?
Like, look how uncomfortable it is to hold this hook right here compared to this hook. It's just so much more ergonomic. less
there you
I
go.
don't have to grip as hard.
Mm.
And I'm sure the hook
Yeah.
will appreciate
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
All you need is you just need a light grip.
A very
too hard of a
light.
grip is not good. It's not good.
No, you don't
I
want
don't
to
know
grip
No
what
one
you
too
likes a
hard.
firm grip.
I don't know
Oh,
what you
firm
guys
is
are talking
fine.
about. When I'm crocheting, I grip the hell out of that thing. That needle ain't going nowhere. Okay.
Oh,
Hey, we're the same,
my
Max.
God. Okay. Oh, we learned something new today.
Only when I'm
Why
crocheting.
is it
though.
electric? Is it a robot? It has a stitch counter. So it has a counter for the stitches, and it has a counter for the row. So that way I can keep track.
By the way, I'm
has
so
light.
sorry, Cajun. I forgot to read this. For 5 says, if H2 is on the inside of a fire hydrant, what's on the outside? K9P. Oh my God. I'm shaking my head to you,
Got
Cajun.
that one. I got that one. That was actually pretty good. That was good.
Oh,
Dog's
jeez.
about to get a whoop.
Oh, mine's in his kennel because
He's about
he
to go in
kept
his
on trying
kennel.
to eat things.
Okay, I'm almost done this lighting kit.
Abby,
This
you
was
got a
very
big
confusing.
boy bark now. You can't be barking at people in this trailer. It's a big boy bark, not a little boy bark. And we're in too tiny of a space. Okay, shush.
Miss.
I will say, lighting kits are cool, but they're Asian instructions. I'm assuming this is an Asian brand. It's just confusing.
My favorite is when you
No,
get
thank
something and it comes,
you.
especially off of Amazon, it only comes with like Chinese directions, and you're like, well, YOLO.
I'll figure it out. Set Charlie free? No, he's being a little nuisance right now while I'm on a stream. Jeremy will let him out whenever he gets home from the store. Or
Okay, I'll be right back.
if
Got to get
we
some
inter-
batteries.
Tara mentioned
Oh,
the
yeah,
horse
this
cock
is
song, and now it's
so-
in my head. Thanks, Tara. We need to get Max set up with blurps on his live stream so that you guys can play horse cock for him.
Yes,
What, so
I
people
think he
can
would
like
enjoy it.
fart and burp in my ear?
Yep, it's fun.
Yes.
It's a good time.
And they
And then if
pay
you ever
to
decide to
do
do
it.
gaming, it'll be even better.
Oh Lord. I was gonna ask. Oh, because we were talking about pets earlier, and dogs and cats, and the
Oh my.
feeding and food and stuff like that. I forgot to ask, Steph. Don't you have you have 2 little ones, right? 2 little pups, little chihuahuas things.
Yeah, I have 2
Two
small
little-
Chihuahua mixes.
2 little rats.
Yeah, I have 2 rats.
I love rats.
Do those things?
One is mixed with
grow?
one is mixed with Dachshund, the other one's mixed with Cocker Spaniel.
How does that
Yeah.
work?
I don't know. They look interesting.
Are they slow?
Mentally one is kind of slow.
Oh, you love them anyway.
I love him anyway.
One of those
yeah.
dogs, yeah.
Like literally, one can't catch food in his mouth when I throw it at it, like a treat.
Oh my
gosh.
It's been
Minnie
Yeah.
can't do that
sad.
either. He cannot
Yeah, I'll
catch
throw it
it.
at him, and he'll open his mouth too late, or he won't even try. He'll
Oh my
let it hit his
God.
face, and then it'll hit the floor. It'll bounce off of his face.
Too
But yeah, he
funny.
doesn't even.
Wow,
Yeah.
you guys, I need another gold.
The only
That's
time he ever
hilarious.
tries is
Charlie
when
yet.
Georgie is next to him, and Georgie can do it. Like Georgie's very smart. Georgie will catch the food in his mouth, so like Harley will try, but he won't do it. He's not able to
That
do
is
it.
so funny.
Yeah,
I
Are
love
they-
this.
he's not very smart.
Are they old?
Already? Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, my JoJo was the oldest. He was 17
Oh my goodness.
when he
For a
passed
dog.
away, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was very
That's
old.
awesome.
Or 16. No, was he 16 when he passed away? Yeah, he was very old. He was very old.
Wow.
How old is Gideon, Max?
Gideon is, I want to say 12 or 13, so
Oh my
he
gosh.
is older, but for a cat,
Yeah, that's not that bad.
it's not terrible, because cats sometimes live up to like 20, so...
Yeah.
Bruce turns 15 on the 27th, so in just a couple days.
No.
I know.
Happy birthday to him.
My little Bruce Waynes.
You, Tuggs, I think you
Charlie
posted
is-
something with...
5 months old.
Oh, your little Bubba?
Oh, my little boy.
Oh, I think I found my other strips that I needed. There we go.
You're gonna strip first? What?
I can.
Ew.
I have a jacket on that I could take off.
Ooh, yes, do it.
Oh, no, it's too cold.
Take it off.
I can take it off. I'm not willing to. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It would take a lot of money.
Yeah. If you guys want me to strip, I guess I should put a dollar amount before I say this. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, why does it say number 9 when it's the letter
Strip
Y on this
19.
thing? What the French toast? Oh my god.
Cajun Corey puts some Gideon emojis in the chat. Love it. And Aaron Sparrow, our good friend Aaron, says,
Aaron!
if you feed a
Hi,
dog
Aaron.
quality food, they will live longer and better. That's a good point.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my
Speaking
We
of
did
which,
that when we had Fresh Pet for Gus.
Yeah, Kara, how did you, because I haven't been in the loop, but so how did you find this new big boy? He's an English bulldog, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
Jeremy, he's technically the old English bulldog, so he's more so, like the OG English. So they're a little bit bigger, and they have less health issues than like the super inbred English bulldogs that you see now.
Yeah.
Aw. Poor things.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So he'll be probably like his dad was probably around like 65, 70 pounds.
Dang, that's as big as my dog.
Yeah, and like Charlie, he's probably around like he probably is between 30 and 35 pounds now. We'll find out tomorrow because he's got a vet appointment.
All right.
But we found him on, Jeremy sent me a link to him on puppies.com of a breeder in the area who had a litter of puppies that she was looking to sell. And like honestly, like Xray and I, like whenever we were down in Orlando, she saw I was looking at puppies the whole time because they're really tough to find in my area for English bulldogs. But we ended up finding him for about like, I mean, I don't know if I should say, like, I spent a pretty penny on him, but not nearly as much as I was expecting to.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't care saying it, but we spent $900 on him.
Oh, that's cheap. Are you kidding?
Well, it's better than the one that we saw.
I'm dead. I was gonna say, no, I'm dead serious. That's for a purebred like that. That's a really good deal. That's a really good price.
And like he's AKC registered, like he's all that. And so we he's a good boy. And like whenever we were looking in Orlando, I think the cheapest one we found was like $3,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that
Oh
sounds
my
about
god.
right.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
breeder
hey,
dogs are crazy.
I was gonna say at least you didn't pay like 10K for a Frenchie or golden doodle or something. So,
I
which
mean,
are
we
both.
looked. Xray went with us to this breeder in Orlando, and this cutest Frenchie. Oh my god!
I love
But it was like
Frenchies.
$6,500.
Oh, no.
Dude, that's unreal.
I was like I
Oh my
cannot
God.
imagine spending like that's the price of a motorcycle. That was like that's ridiculous amount of money.
No one should spend that much on a dog. I'm sorry.
If you guys,
No,
if you guys
that's-
want to give
That's
that
a
money,
ridiculous amount of money. You
I'll
should
take
be
it for
forced
a
to
new
take out a
car.
loan on your pet.
Yeah.
I got Gideon for like $50, I think, and it was really only just because of his shots and all his medical stuff. But because Gideon was a rescue, I was like, yeah, I'll take him. Best $50 I have literally ever spent in my life. So
Aw.
Bruce was $20.
yeah, see, right?
I
It's
find
like-
cats
Gus
are
was
like
free.
really cheap, right?
Well, rescue
Some of
animals
them.
are cheap. Is what's cheap on a cat. If you get a purebred cat like a serval or something, you're gonna spend a few $100s. But if you go to a,
Like a Maine
rescue,
Coon.
yeah, or Maine Coon. If you go to a rescue or a shelter, you're not gonna pay. You're gonna pay like nothing. The dogs we sold, and that included purebreds. Like we had a whole cruelty case or illegal breeding case when I worked at the animal shelter years and years ago, and they animal control seized 50 Yorkies. And out of those
Oh my
50,
God.
47 of them were puppies, like 3 months old. Oh my God, we had Yorkies everywhere. Half of them ended up going to like a rescue, and the other half were cleared for adoption at our shelter. And a purebred Yorkie that we seized from this house, we were selling them neutered and spayed for $60.
Oh wow.
Damn.
So, and that's included the shelter I did also did microchips and everything. So they came with everything for $60.
Wow, that's a steal. If
That
I ever
is
got
a
a
steal
cat, I
for-
would want to get a Sphinx hairless cat. I don't know why I love the hairless cats.
Those are
I
The
love
naked
the
mole
way they
rat of
look.
cat.
They're
Yeah.
so cute. They're hot.
Yeah.
You can get them little sweaters, and you got to put lotion on them. They're so cute.
I love them. They look so adorable. Like I've always loved the hairless cats, and those what are they called? Those ugly dogs.
Oh no! Like the
The-
one
the
from
Like
Deadpool.
Deadpool?
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yes, the ones from Deadpool. Yeah, I've always loved those dogs. I can't remember what breed they are.
Chat,
but
help
yeah, I've
us.
always loved those
They
those
look like-
dogs.
They look like they struggle just to live.
They do.
Like those poor things just look like they're just barely getting by every day.
I was
love
made in
them.
a lab.
I love them so much. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, they're ugly dogs. Like
The
I
uglier
love
the better,
ugly dogs.
in my opinion.
No.
Like,
If I get
um,
another cat, I want a Maine Coon. I want a Maine
Oh
Coon
yes,
so
those
bad.
things are giant.
That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
I would love
I'd
a
take
Maine
it out for
Coon.
walks. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
So
walking a tiger.
I will. Yeah, right. I will say.
Feral baskets.
One of our employees and one of our, good friends, she actually got one of those hairless cats, Steph, and I will say that the cat unfortunately passed away in less than like a year or two
what?
because
Oh.
they get so sick and the upkeep is so difficult for the hairless cats.
Yeah.
They are really, really tough to upkeep and maintain because I think Tuggs had said you constantly have to put lotion over their eyes, mouth, and ears, and you
Aw.
have to give them medication. You have to keep them warm because they're not supposed to be hairless, like they're supposed to have
They
hair.
have no
And so
protection.
yeah, so these poor guys, they don't really have a long lifespan, unfortunately. But
Really?
You got to keep them
Yeah.
oiled. You got to keep their bodies oiled too.
yeah,
Like they're adorable and they're great, especially for like non-allergenic and all that. But they are like people don't realize that they are a lot of work, a lot more than a normal cat. Just because they don't have any
you'd
protection,
think.
so you are their protection. Yeah. So you got to oil their skin. Make sure that they get cold very very easily. Like they get cold way easier than a normal animal would because they don't have any fur. So you have to make sure that they're constantly covered like in little sweaters, which makes them cute. I love them, but they are. You're right,
I don't
Mac.
mind
They're
doing
very
all
hard
that.
maintenance. Yeah.
I do that for my
Just
dog
take care of
now.
Oh yeah. You just take care of them. You'd be great at
Yeah,
it.
I don't mind doing that. But like I used to have an English bulldog and their lifespan isn't that long.
Very
no,
short.
yeah, we understand with Charlie, his probably won't be like super long,
Mhm.
but
Just because they have like upper respiratory problems and breathing issues.
but that's
Same with
also one
pugs,
good thing
too, right?
about yes, with pugs, but that's one thing about with the old English bulldog is they're prone to less respiratory issues.
That's true. Yeah, I actually had an English bulldog. They were prone to like hip issues and
Aw,
upper respiratory
kind of like
problems,
German
things like that.
Shepherds. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
German
Great
Shepherd.
Danes. Like Great Danes
I
always
love
have
Great
cardiac
Danes.
issues. Yeah.
Great Danes are awesome.
Those ugly dogs, man. I bet they live for a long time.
Yeah. Well, no, mine didn't. I was very sad. I wanted mine to live longer, as always.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh,
She had like 11 years, which is pretty short for a doggy.
Is that
yeah.
short?
Dang.
That's
For a
actually-
small
I don't
dog,
know.
don't they live like pretty long?
Oh, I have no idea. I know Shih Tzus, the
I think
average
it's kind of great.
lifespan for a Shih Tzu is 12. So
Yeah, well, JoJo was part Shih Tzu, part Lhasa Apso.
yeah, I
Oh.
think they average like
Yeah.
12, 13.
I miss my baby.
Would
Yeah.
anyone name
That's
their
what they're called. They're
Um,
called Chinese crested. The Chinese crested are the ugly dogs. That's what they're
Oh my god.
We're trying
Steph,
to
you're,
get them to break.
you should do like, if you ever bought one of those dogs or had one of those cats, like on your resume, you should say like lifetime community service for owning one of these things. Cause that's like,
No,
you're
seriously.
volunteering yourself for just, I mean, those poor things.
like the older they get, like the uglier they get.
Ugh.
Especially when their tongues go weird, I kind of love it. Like
They
Go-
start losing
I
their
don't
teeth
understand
and
it.
everything.
Oh my
I know.
god.
Gomez
I
has a
freaking
special
love
place
those
in my
dogs
heart
so
because of how ugly he
Oh,
is.
Gomez. He's so ugly.
Uh-huh.
But I like Gomez really started to grow on me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Gomez, but man, he's stinky.
I know. I just wish he didn't stink.
He's stinky.
He's so stinky. Poor thing. Because he's at
dying.
death's door. Like he's.
He really is. He is just right there. That dog could croak at any minute, and it would not surprise me.
We keep thinking he's dead. Like he'll be underneath a
Yeah,
blanket
He's
and
a
we'll be like,
zombie.
are you alive? Oh my god, he's not
Yeah,
moving.
Like the way he'll go to sleep. He'll go to sleep. He'll take naps, and like he will not wake up. And you'll look at him, and, he's like barely breathing, or his
like,
breathing is so
violently
shallow or
shake
something
him.
that it's like, oh my god, are you alive? And like shaking him awake.
Oh my god.
Mhm. And then he wakes up. He's like, oh.
Yeah. Like, oh, thank God, you're awake. You're alive.
Please don't
You're
die on my watch.
Please don't die. Oh my! I was so scared that he would die while I was house sitting.
Yes.
Every
MG says my last GSD
German
only made
Shepherd.
it. Oh, okay, thank you. My last German Shepherd only made it to 11, and she passed 2 years ago today.
Aw.
Sorry,
Oh,
buddy.
11's really good, actually, for
Yeah.
a German Shepherd, especially with their hip problems. That's impressive. You should be proud of that. I'm sorry for your
Yeah.
loss. 11's
But thanks for-
incredible.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, MG, and I hope you got a new little baby that you can be taking care of. So,
When you're ready.
yeah. Now, that's one thing that I haven't gotten a chance to talk with you guys about, but y'all's like trip. Like, I don't think we've caught up about since like you guys were at Gary's, and then you
Gary's?
guys were at like a meetup, I think happened.
MegaCon?
And then,
Yeah, MegaCon.
yeah, and then like, I don't even remember the timeline because I think it was December or January, I want to say, when I
That you
kind of
abandoned us.
Yep.
yes, that I ghosted y'all and I started moving on with my life. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
That
completely
kind of
ghosted
did though.
Every
Totally
time.
ghosted.
Every time.
And then I came back and I said, "Howdy, partners."
Oh my god.
Like nothing changed.
Like nothing ever happened.
Like you didn't give
But,
us abandonment issues.
No. So yeah, I mean, since I guess January, what does the timeline or time frame look like for y'all in terms of like travel? Because then, oh my God, I listened to what happened to Gary. He talked about it on his Nooner.
Ugh.
Like, bro, how does someone go through something like that? It's just like, oh, terrible. So, but thankfully he has you guys to help out and watch the house for him, you know?
You know, that was the easy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Pizza is
the taking care of
pizza.
Gary whenever he got home.
Thank you
was
for the
more
blurb.
work.
I got it.
He's like, make me a sandwich.
Oh gosh, nah. He was
No.
awesome. He was awesome.
Well,
It was, you know, I enjoyed living by myself for 3 days, and that was like the first time I lived by myself realistically.
wow.
And then I was like, I'm lonely.
Kira, come hang out with me.
People come visit me. I was like constantly on the phone too with like my friends. Like I'm like that anyways, but I was probably more so because I was like, it feels eerily quiet, and I don't like that. Like the last time I maybe lived by myself was like when my parents went on vacation or something. And is that really living by yourself? I don't know. Kudos to people who are able to do that and thrive in that.
What, living by yourself?
Yeah. It was very scary. I was like, someone's going to break in and kill me.
I love living by myself. Of course, now I
say.
don't know how much I would do well now that I've had Duke for a long time, but I love living by myself before it. Great.
Yeah.
I don't remember a time where I haven't been living by myself, but
Right? I know.
You're
That
so
was me before
independent.
Miss Independent. Yeah, wait. So if
Yeah.
I'm like making my meals and going to work and cleaning my house and doing all this stuff, do I get to call myself a strong, independent man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
You are very welcome to do that. I think that I should live by myself for a certain, period of time, but I also am too poor to do that. So maybe one day.
Just to kind of like try it out and see what it's like, or
Yeah. I mean, I think you discover a
Once you
lot.
get used to it, you'll love it. You discover a lot about yourself and your habits and things like
What
that.
you're
and
capable
it's
of,
great.
really.
Yeah.
Whenever you're forced to put furniture together by yourself.
I mean, I
Oh,
already do
Lord.
that, and it's really bad. I'm like the screwy thing or whatever. Like, I will say I was definitely the furniture
We've seen you
builder.
with Legos.
Yeah, well, I usually just let you guys build it. It's kind of nice.
You guys, my cow is done. Look how
Oh.
Yay.
Moo.
she's so sparkly, and it's a decoration. It comes with a little stand. I'm putting her on the
A
table over there.
decoration.
Yeah.
A decoration.
I found a
It has a little
T-Rex
stand.
paint by number yesterday at
Ooh.
Hobby Lobby.
Did you get it?
That's cool.
No, I did not.
Oh,
Because we were in a hurry. We went to a birthday party for our neighbor yesterday.
Oh, the cool ones?
No, these are, they're not the cool ones, but I mean, they're pretty nice.
Okay. But not the
We actually
murdery
met
ones.
Another one of our, no, not the murder ones. They're actually getting evicted, so that's nice.
Congratulations to your whole
I know,
neighborhood.
I know,
What?
we're all so excited.
Okay,
That was
you-
like the talk of
You
the
have a
birthday
serial
party
killer?
last
What's
night.
going on?
Oh, you need to tell the
Yeah, there's a
story.
Be right back. Be right back. I'm gonna
which
get coffee
story?
for this story.
Just the many stories. I mean, just if you look at it, the house looks just dilapidated and the grass isn't cut and I don't know what else. You know more about this.
I mean, it's an old woman and her two grown sons, who I mean, think of any like country Criminal Minds episode,
Okay.
and that's my across the street neighbors.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
like they buy and sell like storage units, like abandoned storage units.
Oh.
And so they have like just stuff all over the yard, and like it's just like it's rough.
Gross.
And so we call them the serial killers, like just because like they're assholes, and like it would not surprise us if like the cops show up pretty regularly there, but it wouldn't surprise us if they find like a body in like the house or on the property at some point after they leave.
Also,
They should have been out last Monday, according to one of the ladies in my neighborhood, but they are still there. And like I posted a video on Facebook the other day, or not Facebook, on Twitter the other day, of one of them just like yelling and making like crazy noises. Like I was like, I swear this guy has just lost his shit. And I found out this guy's name was Gary, but not that
Well,
Gary.
that's on brand.
yeah. Also, they have these poor dogs that bark all night long
Oh.
outside.
All day, all night. All you have to do is just like step on a stick in your own backyard and they start barking. Like they are the most annoying things I've ever like.
It's not their
I've
fault, too.
never-
It's just horrible.
And it's the barks are like, you can tell that they're neglected, and there's the I want to go inside barks, and it's just they're like it's 3 tiny little dogs that it's just rough, and I just cannot wait for them to move. And like I tried to like there was a like the end of our driveway kind of has a dip off. It's a little like it's a little rough, but somebody backed into it one time and they got stuck. And so like me, Jeremy, and then one of the serial killers across the street were helping this kid kind of get out of the ditch. And I tried to strike up a conversation with one of the serial killers because he has an Assassin's Creed tattoo on his arm.
Oh no.
Which surprised me. I was just like, oh, like that's Assassin's Creed. Like I game. Like, have you played the games? And he just like looked at me like I was crazy and just like turned around and walked away.
No.
I was like, that's Assassin's Creed. I know Assassin's Creed.
So friendly, so nice.
Wow.
Oh, I was taught there's this little old lady that 2 houses down from us, and she's got a little doodle mix, and she like the dog's name is Ginger, and that's all I know. But she's a cutie, but she's wild. But the lady was telling me that like the serial killers have called like this old lady like who's really nice, like every name, like every bad name.
What?
Yeah. And like all she has to do, like I mean, they like their mailbox is right next to their mailbox, so she has to go to her mailbox like every day. And like apparently she just deals with them like verbally berating her all the time. And
in the UK, she'd get arrested. The neighbor, I mean, not your neighbor, that nice one, but the mean ones.
Yeah. It's just been like I'm ready for them to leave.
Yeah.
But
nightmare neighbors.
Yes. But I went to my first Hispanic birthday party yesterday.
Oh, damn. They're wild, right?
That was
a quinceañera?
It was really
or just a regular one?
No, it was this little boy. He was turning 8 or 9. But we went to Hobby Lobby yesterday because like the kid like drew his own like birthday invitation and brought it over to us.
Aww.
And he's a sweet kid, and like he's been really into art, and Jeremy just absolutely loves that. So I suggested that we get him like a bunch of like really nice art supplies for his birthday.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We went and got him like a really nice like sketchbook and like a good set of like Prismacolor like coloring pencils, and like first like beginner set of like the nice like graphite pencil and the sharpener.
Wow.
Eraser, like and like a little kit for him. And like we like we spent a pretty little penny for this kid, and like there's 8 kids in that house, so we know that like it'll mean a lot to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Also, I love like Spanish families. They're always so fun and loud,
Their
and
parties are insane. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I know.
Hispanics know how to throw a party, that's for sure.
Yes. It was funny though, because like the dad is in like this like weapons kick right now, and so like I saw him like shirtless throwing a dagger or like a K-bar at their tree the other day.
What?
And then the day after that he had nunchuck.
Oh my god.
And,
Okay.
oh my, it's been like it's been very interesting in my neighborhood these last like 2 weeks.
Amazing.
And then there was the fire that happened while we were in Orlando. Like, we get a Ring doorbell notification that there's firemen on our front porch. And it's because one of our other neighbors forgot to put out a cigarette before they left, and their porch caught on fire, and they were gone.
Oh God. Having nosy neighbors is great.
Yeah. Well, I got a text. I text one of the other neighbors, and I was just like, "Hey, like, there's firemen on my porch. Is everything okay?" And then, but so she was she was keeping us updated. So, it was interesting. Is Max back with his coffee yet?
Max has
I don't
gotten
think so.
lost in the
You
toilet.
told that whole story, and he's not even back yet.
Yeah, sorry. I've been back for a little bit. I listened to the Hispanic guys throwing nunchucks and gay bars
Okay,
at the tree.
okay.
Yeah, it's been interesting, but it was
Yeah,
fun.
I didn't want to interrupt your story, Kara. So, but
It's just been a very interesting last few weeks
Man,
since I've been
and
home.
I thought my dad having meth people across the street was exciting. You win.
Oh no, my whenever I was growing up, the house that I grew up in, there's a guy 2 houses down that murdered his wife.
Oh, geez.
Oh my
So-
lord.
You love a good true
Yeah.
crime story.
Ooh, if you want to watch true crime, so you like true crime, Tuggs. So have you ever heard
Yes.
of Karen Silkwood?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Oh, yeah.
grew up in that town.
Oh
So
no.
I can see the nuclear plant from from my house. Like
No
from the house I
way.
grew up in. Like there's a documentary and I actually see my house that just came out on Netflix. I see my house in it.
Really?
Oh, is it out? I have to watch it. I didn't know.
Yeah. And there's a little cafe that I see that my family owns.
Small
Tori,
world.
Tori,
Like-
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Like,
the
hey,
Karen
it's
Silkwood
me.
Files.
That's crazy. I'm gonna have to watch that documentary. I didn't realize it was out. I know it was coming out. But I didn't know
Yeah.
when.
It's because my dad used to work with her. My dad actually
Aw.
knew Karen Silkwood. So
That's
It was-
crazy.
it-
It's always insane when you see or hear the stories of like the people who worked with people. Like one of my favorite books ever is The Stranger Beside Me. It's written by Anne Rule, and she worked with Ted Bundy at a suicide hotline agency.
What?
And yes, she worked with him at the agency that he worked at, and her opening line to her book is Ted Bundy saved as many lives as he took, maybe even more. Like that's her opening line to her book, and I was like, "Oh, you've sold me, ma'am. I'm sold." What is going on? She was a single
Oh.
mom. She had a daughter that was his demographic. Like she was his demographic because she was a single mom, and then her daughter was a little younger than his normal victims, but she was like she worried obviously because there was this killer going around. She had no idea it was him, and he never tried to hurt her or her daughter ever. And he had arguably, like, the psychologists still talk about it because he had arguably the easiest access to her. Like, he wouldn't have had to lie. He wouldn't have had to pretend to be injured. All of the stuff that he did with the other women. He could have just walked into her house because they were friends. Like, and he never laid a hand on her. He would help her with her groceries. Like, they were besties and she had no clue.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, it was nuts.
You know what? And maybe
Insane.
it's like he likes that stalking factor. Some people
Yeah.
get off on that, right? So, I don't
Ted
know.
Bundy is a fascinating case because Ted Bundy is not your normal serial killer. Like when you think of a serial killer, like we all have like this thing like, oh, they probably hurt animals or they probably were abused as kids or all this stuff. Like there's like check boxes, right? Ted Bundy was none of those things. He had a really good childhood. Like his parents loved him and his stepdad adopted him, which is why he has last name Bundy. The biggest trauma on him is like his mom had him out of wedlock in the 50s, I think. So it was obviously very frowned upon. So they raised him with him thinking that she was his sister instead of his mom. And so when she got older and she took him out of the house, like they had to tell him the truth. Like that was his arguably like quote unquote the most traumatizing thing. So Ted Bundy is a really good case study for like nature versus nurture. So was he born bad? Does it come from his biological dad who nobody knows? Like it's crazy. Like he kind of breaks the mold. It's weird. Bundy's fascinating.
He's the
Anyway,
exception,
Anne Rule,
not the
Stranger Beside
rule.
Me. Yeah,
Clearly.
read the book.
Do we think that people can be born inherently evil?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think that
I think
there's
so. I
pressures
I think
to
they
be.
can.
Isn't there like a serial killer gene or something like that?
Yes.
There's
been
a
studies on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and the like being a
And
little like
when they study
sociopath
the
and having
brain,
the inability to feel emotions.
yeah, when they study
Um,
serial killers' brains, like there's a part of their brain that's underdeveloped.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why they think that there's a predisposition for serial killers. Like there's serial killer gene, and there's something with their brain that some part of I can't remember which part exactly, but it's
like
underdeveloped in serial killers.
Their empathetic centers aren't as active too, so it's
Yeah. I can't remember. Oh shoot, is it the lobe? One of the lobies? I don't remember.
The frontal lobe, isn't it?
Maybe.
Is it the
that
frontal
would be
lobe?
inhibition.
And,
So
and there are times when like serial killers will get a lot of times they get injured on their heads, like they'll bump their
Yes.
heads or they'll have like a head
Yeah.
injury when they're younger, and from that head injury on, they like their family members or their parents or something they'll say that like he was never the same after this head injury. So yeah, like something is stunted like in their brain after they get injured. Some of them have head injuries when they're younger. It's really interesting.
So should I tell you guys that I was dropped now, or?
So Google says studies suggest that serial killers may have reduced gray matter in regions associated with emotional processing, behavioral control, and social cognition, particularly in the prefrontal cortex and amygdala. Hey, I said it right! Yay!
Nice.
Points for me.
You
So there
read
we
better
are.
than
And
Gary,
there's
guaranteed.
a lot of them were dropped on their
That's not
noggins.
hard to
That's
do.
true.
Ooh,
Hey.
Xray, are you gonna talk about the new discovery with the pyramids tonight?
Oh gosh, no, we have maybe we'll bring it up actually because we have a guest
Wait, what?
on who is a geologist, so that actually might be not a bad time to bring it up because there's a lot of stuff happening. We have is it RFK files as well, which
Oh yeah.
I haven't looked
The
into,
original RFK.
but it just like
Yeah,
it
has
just
somebody
dropped
read-
out of nowhere.
Has somebody read all 70,000 pages of the JFK one so that
I need
can
a
get summary,
synopsis.
or-
Can someone make a video? I know it's going to be a big video, but it will be
Put
well
Brock
watched.
and have him do it.
And the RFK
Upload it
ones,
all
I
to
must
Brock.
know.
The Dawn himself, Flaccid Phoenix, comes into the chat and
Ooh.
he says, most people build and paint figures to get away from women. Why are you doing this, Max? Well, you
Because
see,
we have
Flaccid,
a respect for it.
I was going to say what happened was I was doing my own thing, and then Xray, I think Xray had started
It was
with
me.
you, right?
Yes.
She goes, can I be invited into your male-dominated space?
I definitely
said,
asked it just like that too.
"Oh." And I said, well, I don't know. And then Xray, moved her way in and brought all of her friends, Kara, Steph, and Tuggs. And so I didn't really have a say after that.
That's what happens when women dominate male spaces, I suppose, right?
We
This
just
is
take
exactly
over.
how it happened. Yep.
Sorry,
just
not
take
sorry.
over.
I mean, Max, you enjoy this Sunday mornings with us.
This is the most amount of time I spend with women, like, in my entire year. So yes, I enjoy these mornings.
Oh my gosh. All right,
But
Kara, I'm Googling.
But yeah,
Go
no, honestly, you guys are great because, as Kara and Xray and everyone alluded to, there's a difference between like, hey, can we come in and like be on your stream, and then just completely like disregard like the actual craft of it. But then instead we actually enhanced it because then we had Warhammer, we had Lego, we had knitting, or what is it, crocheting, like there's just so many different things. Yeah. So there's a large respect for, I think, the hobbies that are taking place, which I appreciate, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah.
Yeah. Psychotic Mongoose with the 2 British pounds is dropping some facts here. Xray invited herself just like on Sunday Funday. Yep. They love me. They just don't know it yet.
Yes, I will give Dobby a sock. I have a pattern for Dobby's sock in here.
Oh my-
Master has given Dobby a sock.
Gosh.
Speaking of nerd fandoms, there's a new book for Hunger Games out, and I got to get it. It's Haymitch Abernathy's story, and from the reactions I've
Oh.
seen on Book Talk, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Which, of course, if you're a fan of Hunger Games and you paid attention to Haymitch's story, you knew it was going to be. But apparently, it's so much sadder than we all thought. And people are like literally crying.
Really? I have a credit.
Yes, and I can't wait to read it. I have to go pick it up today. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Book talk. Yeah.
I love Haymitch. Like, he is a really
He was a fascinating character.
well-written character, just a little crazy, but the right way, and he cared, but it was really hard for him to show he cared directly because he was scared to get attached.
Yes, because of his Hunger Games. So that's what this is about. It's him and his Hunger
Well,
Games.
it's not because of his Hunger Games. It's because everybody that since he won, everyone has just lost. He's kind of like just given up. He doesn't get attached to people because they all die.
They all die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited. So I got to read that. So people are already talking about like when they make this into a movie, he was going to cast who, and I'm like, first of all, Haymitch. I mean, we just need to find somebody that looks like Woody Harrelson, and can do that. But that'll be easy. But if they don't cast Kiefer Sutherland as President Snow, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's son as his character, whose name is escaping me now, that's a missed opportunity.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I have no
I
idea.
can't think of his
I was
character's
like,
name
no,
now.
I was thinking of Kiefer Sutherland's dad has died.
Yeah,
So,
Dawn is gone.
yeah.
So it's a younger President Snow anyway. Get Kiefer to do it. Like there's no, you have to. There's no, I don't care how much money you need to throw at this man. He has to do it. He has to. He has to do it. So we're already fan casting the film.
I wonder if it would do well in box office, though, just given the last Hunger Games IP movie.
I don't know. I think so, just because Haymitch is a well-known character. We already know who Haymitch is, whereas nobody knew who Lucy Flutter, whatever nuts was, Lucy was. So it was a completely new story that follows President Snow, who's a bad guy. Like it's one of those things where it's like we know what happens to President Snow. We know he becomes this evil dictator of a man. But it's just the journey and how it got there. So that was where it was curious, especially for us book readers. Like, where did this come from? Has he always been this way? Huh?
You know, a lot of people, there was controversy surrounding that book because a lot of people didn't want to know Snow's backstory because they liked the fact that he was evil, and they did not like the new book because they started feeling sympathy for Snow, and they didn't want to feel sympathy for Snow because of how terrible of a man he is in the Hunger Games books. So they didn't initially like that book, and they were like pushing it away. The more that they read, the more that they started to hate the book because they were starting to feel sympathy for Snow. Yeah, and they were like, I hate that because I hate this man. I hate this character, and you're meant to hate this character. I don't want to feel bad for this character, but they start feeling bad for that
That's what
character.
they're trying
so like
to do with
the book was
everything
initially
nowadays.
rejected. Huh?
Yeah. I never felt that way reading it though. I'm the minority obviously, but I was like, now this man is driving me bonkers, even as what was he, 18, 20 years old, 20 something. I don't know. I never liked him, but so it wasn't really that popular to begin with. It wasn't characters that we really kind of ends ambiguously. I don't know. And so they were like, we're gonna announce the movie, and everybody was kind of like, but why? Like it didn't really do well as a book. Why would you put that into a movie? This, I think, the book will do better. And I think if they were to do a movie, especially if they got the right casting for it, I think it will do better than Ballad of Songbirds. And I liked Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I really enjoyed reading it.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie. Okay.
Yeah, the movie. I don't know.
You like the movie?
No, I never saw the movie. The book, I mean.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
I didn't watch the movie.
I did.
I watched it. It was underwhelming.
Yeah, it didn't seem. Yeah.
And that's okay. I think yet again Rachel Zegler sings very well. I'll give her that credit, but everything else was like, I'm okay without you in my life.
I know people always use that as. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to change the subject. I was about to say like I wish I would have gone live and build Legos because I cannot stand this fucking video that I'm editing.
She's
so
like,
bored.
Freak Rachel
I'm
Zegler.
so bored with it, and
Oh my
literally
God.
I'm just recounting everything that happens in Snow White, and I'm like halfway through, and I'm so bored.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
need
all
to-
you guys
Gotta
need
go, guys.
to know. Like,
Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Peanut the lawyer for $1 says, my human friends are filing wrongful death lawsuit in New York court over my and my brother's state-sponsored murders. Please support the case by objective coverage for the future of the Pikachus. Heading to Looney Tune Town to represent the family versus Warner. Oh my God. Also, I just realized it is noon. What do you guys have coming up?
I think
I'm going to finish this video, hopefully get it uploaded in the next couple of hours. And then I have my stream with Disparu. We're going to be playing Split Fiction.
Oh, I love that game so much. I grew to love that game. It was a little...
Did you see the the video that I posted on Twitter?
No, but I should watch it. I love
God.
your interactions.
I'll here. Let me retweet it. No, actually, because I was gonna post a different video today. No, I'll retweet it. But yeah, like oh my God, I crashed like 60 times trying to drive.
Oh, we're in good company.
Yeah. 2-minute. Like Disparu was like, this is literally like a 2-minute section of the game, and it took us like 40 minutes to get through it because I kept crashing.
That car is hard to drive. I understand you.
Is Split Fiction?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
What about you, Tuggs? What's coming up for you?
My next streaming is going to be Morning Roast. And then if we game Tuesday,
Yes.
we'll figure that out the closer we get. Other than that, I'm pretty much off the grid until Thursday, except for, my normal stuff like Morning Roast and Poor Choices. And yeah, because Duke's got the next however many days off. So yay!
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I finally get a week off with the guy. I haven't seen him in 8 days, and now I get a week. Yay!
That's awesome sauce. Kara, what about you?
Are we doing? I went ahead and scheduled it, but I assume that we're doing repo. In an
I'm
hour.
assuming too. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume that's what we're gonna play. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Same thing with me. Sunday fun day. So, yeah, this is
I'm
fun.
gonna go get some food. Feed the dog.
Thanks for having me back, y'all, and I appreciate being here. And it's been a while. Like I said, it may not be every weekend, but I will do my best to honor that. So.
Can we demand it?
Yeah, we demand it. You don't have a choice. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, you guys do demand a lot out of me, so no.
Oh my God.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
Hey.
But no, it was great hanging out with everyone, and it's fun to be back. I miss these mornings, and man, I haven't picked up my Warhammer stuff in a long time, so this was really therapeutic. So I
Wow.
appreciate
Awesome sauce.
Fake nerd.
Aww.
Hey, Tyler.
All right.
it. Fake geek. Alright.
I hope you guys have a good afternoon then.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Everybody have
Thank
a
you
good
guys for
weekend.
hanging out.
Bye.